Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are diving deep into the fascinating world of Islamic dream interpretation. We're going to decode a symbol that's not only super common, but also surprisingly complex: meat.
You know that feeling, right? When you have a dream that feels so real, so important, that it just sticks with you all day? Well, a lot of the time, those dreams are packed with symbols trying to tell you something. And today, we're going to unpack one of those major symbols, meat, all through the lens of Islamic tradition. So, right off the bat, at its most basic level, seeing meat in a dream is usually a pretty good sign. It's often directly connected to your financial well-being, the resources and good things coming into your life. But, and this is a big but, that simple definition is really just scratching the surface. The true story, the deeper message your dream is trying to send you, is way more complex. And honestly, that's where it gets absolutely fascinating. Because every single detail matters. So, how in the world do we start to unravel all these intricate meanings? Well, lucky for us, we can turn to the incredible wisdom of renowned Islamic scholars who spent their lives studying these very symbols that show up in our sleep. Let's take Imam Jafar al-Sadiq, a truly brilliant scholar. He saw fresh meat as a crystal clear sign of legitimate prosperity. And get this, he also said that if you dream about eating that meat with other people, it symbolizes not just financial gain, but spiritual nourishment too. But it's not just about seeing meat in general. The details are everything. The legendary interpreter Muhammad ibn Sirin adds this super important layer, basically telling us to ask, okay, but what kind of meat was it? And what else was happening in the dream? These specifics are the real key to unlocking the true message. And this laser focus on context? It's also a huge part of the teachings of Prophet Yusuf, who was, famous for his skill in interpreting dreams. He taught that the environment and the condition of the meat are absolutely crucial clues. Bottom line, context is everything. Okay, so let's get practical here. How can we actually apply all this amazing wisdom? Well, the very first and most important clue you should look for is the condition and the type of the meat itself. And what's so interesting here is how clearly this lays out the whole spectrum. Think about it. Fresh meat points toward good fortune and success. Cooked meat? That suggests wealth that might just fall into your lap, almost without effort. But rotten meat? Yeah, that's a completely different story. It's a huge warning sign, pointing to possible loss, illness, or maybe wealth that comes from a source that isn't so good for you. This is a perfect illustration of Ibn Sirin's point about the type of meat. It's not all the same. For example, dreaming of beef could actually imply that you've got some challenges on the horizon. But dreaming of lamb? That's a much more positive symbol, pointing to blessings and profitability. See? Two different meats, two totally different messages. But the interpretation doesn't stop there. It's not just about the meat. What you do with the meat in your dream, well, that adds another whole fascinating layer of meaning. So, for instance, if you dream that you're handing out meat, giving it away to other people, that's seen as a really beautiful reflection of your own generous heart. It suggests you have good intentions and that you want to share your blessings with those around you. On the flip side, eating meat all by yourself can be a little more ambiguous. It really depends on the emotions you're feeling in the dream. It could point to a bit of a selfish streak, or it could simply be highlighting your ability to find success all on your own, through your own hard work. So we've looked at the ancient wisdom from the scholars, the condition of the meat, and the part you play in the dream. What's the big takeaway when you put all these pieces together? It's so clear that figuring out these dreams is a real art. It's not like looking up a word in a dictionary. You have to be a bit of a detective, piecing together the context, the condition of the symbol, and your own actions in the story to get to the real meaning. So, the next time you dream about something that feels important, pay attention to all those little symbols. They just might be giving you a little glimpse into your own life, your hopes, your fears, and the path you're on. Our dreams can be an incredibly powerful tool for understanding ourselves if we just learn how to listen.